Alright, what's up everybody? This is A7X Fan Ben, and I am just starting my Vassal Campaign Game 4 turn. The Pirates have done a lot of prep and planning and reviewing and recapping and whatnot, so after all that, they're finally ready to start their turn, and that'll start with their Admiral's action rolls. So this is an ability where if you roll a 6, you can give any ship in your fleet 2 actions that turn. It came from WizKids, but they also have a bunch of customs in play, custom ships and crew with that ability. So I'm tracking that they actually have 9 sources of AA, which is pretty crazy. I think through WizKids they had 2 or 3, but and out of those 9, 8 of them have the reroll ability on that ship, and the last one is Ching Shi, who's a historical custom whose AA hits on a 4 through 6 because VSOC gives +1 to die rolls. So pretty crazy stuff. So I'm going to start their turn with these AA rolls. So we'll see how many they get. And then once I know how many they have, it'll help with planning combat and things like that. And then later in this video, I'm also going to do the Spire crew to check out some of the stuff that the Corsairs have. Because right now, towards the bottom left, you can see the main battlefront in this game right now, where the Corsairs have once again taken the fight to the Pirates in kind of a stunning move, given how many more points and ships the Pirates have in play, but the Corsairs have taken the fight to them once again. So the Pirates will definitely respond this turn, but before that, they want to check out some of the stuff the Corsairs have. So let's get to the AA rolls first. So I'm just going to go through my document here and kind of say which ones they are. So Lord Henry McLean, basically a custom version of Captain Mission, is the first one, followed by John Lafayette and Elizabeth Swan. So let's go through those 3. So they each have reroll. So the first one, so 0 for 1, and then the second one, John Lafayette. So 0 for 2, Swan comes in. All right, 0 for 3. So the first 3 all failed, even with reroll. The fourth is the Osiris ship, which is a captured Barbary Corsair 4-masted galley that they captured in a battle a few years ago. And she's got Langarlia aboard, a custom crew with reroll. So the fourth one also fails. So 0 for 4 so far. And then the fifth one that I roll for is Ching Shi. So this one works on a 4 through 6, actually. So this one has a 50% chance. Okay, so 0 for 5. Not getting too lucky this time. All right, sixth one is Cheng the First, another custom, like Chinese pirate crew, I believe. El Castellano. I believe that's a custom from El Cazador, but anyway. So that's the reroll source. So the sixth one also misses. So the seventh one is Lord Tyrannus with Al Jalhami on the Challenger ship. So these are a few customs from the Bowen brothers. Couple 5s, but not good enough. So that one also misses. Eighth one is Admiral Scathe on the Stoneheart. So let me click back to the module here. Okay, finally got one. So that one didn't need reroll, but the eighth one succeeded. And the last one is the Mammoth ship with James Brown as the custom for the reroll. 4 and 4. So only 1 out of the 9 Admiral's action abilities worked. So pretty low success rate. They usually do a little bit better than that, but you still do have to roll a 6, so it's tough to get a bunch of them in a row. So they do have an Elizabeth's Piece of 8 unique treasure, which allows you to pretty much donate that ship's action to any pirate ship in play. So they can use that essentially as like a Micron UT, essentially. And they also have other sources of double actions and whatnot throughout their fleet, so they'll be fine. But only 1 AA for this round. And then now we're going to get into the Spires. And you may know that the Pirates do have some auto 6s available through their Runes of Thor and Nemo's Plans combos, but they would prefer to save those for arcane rolls and more important die rolls. So they're usually not going to use those auto 6s on Admiral's action rolls. Maybe in the future when they have more auto 6s in play, but probably not yet, because the UTs they can bring in are far more substantial than a single Admiral's action. So for the Spires, this is another one I had to review just to see what's going on with it and what I can spy on and things like that. I'm not going to look at the treasures right now, but they've got basically the global surveillance program. So this is something I've talked about in their battle reports. This is something they optimized very early on. I want to say they got started on this in 2018 or 2019 when the game was still pretty fresh. And they've got some customs involved here too. I've got some from Dead Men Tell No Tales, the movie, the fifth Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Karina Smith, it allows, she can look at all face down treasures on a wild island, which I'm going to do outside of this video. I don't really care too much about the other players seeing the Corsair stuff because some of it's probably going to be sunk or captured soonish. And this is a pretty internal battle. So even if Xerix or Pirate AJ14 use this information for their own factions, it's probably not going to affect the outcome too much. And these crew might be revealed really soon on the Corsair turn later this round, which I'll play probably in like a month from now because of how long this turn and launching will take. But anyway, so I've also got Shansa, also from Dead Man Tell No Tales. She can look at 2 face-down crew or treasure coins on any ships or islands. So they're going to use her to look at 2 face-down crew. They've got Raven's Neck for 1 treasure on an island. They also have Cassandra, Lucky the Parrot, both from WizKids, and then Howard Hook, which is a custom pirate crew, also with the sack and captain abilities. That one's from Pointless Arrow. You may have known him as the Grandmaster on miniature trading. And he allows you to look at a face-down cargo on any ship per turn, just like Lucky the Parrot and Cassandra. So with those spires, I can basically look at, the pirates can look at 5 face-down cargo on any ships in play each turn. So they've already actually seen the remaining face-down crew on the Crown Jewel, which is the Barbary Corsair 10-master down at the south end of that battlefront. So they're going to look at the last 2 equipment with basically Cassandra and Lucky the Parrot. So I'm just going to reveal these, or I'm just going to, let me see if this shows up. I can't remember if this shows up in the OBS Studio. Yeah, it looks like not, because it's like technically a new window. So I'll just say what they are so I don't have to reveal them and hide them again. So Stinkpot Shot is one of them. So just a 1-point basic equipment. You probably know Stinkpot Shot from the Fire and Steel set. So that's one of the equipment, and the other is Chain Shot. Okay. Cool. So Stinkpot Shot and Chain Shot make the Crown Jewel a little bit more dangerous, a little more interesting, but nothing too crazy there. Nothing that really shocks the pirates or makes them think twice about attacking the ship. So, and now I'm going to look at the Anubis crew. So this one is a custom 3-master with the Canceller ability built in. She's just north of the Crown Jewel. So her final crew is an oarsman. So let me just write that down. So in my vassal document, I basically got a record of all the stuff they've spied on. So, and then I constantly update that every turn so that I keep track of what's on each ship. Of course, the Corsairs know, I control the Corsairs, so they know what they have. So I know what they have already in a different area of my documentation of this game. But I have to keep in mind the pirates can't just look at all their info. So I have to keep track of what the pirates have actually seen. So I don't play favorites or get things mixed up. So, all right, so that's 2 cargo, 1 crew. And then I was going to use the last 2 crew. So I'm going to use Shansa to look at the other 2 crew on the Nubian Prince, which is also at the battlefront. So they're looking at, the pirates want to look at crew that are most likely to be affected this turn, or most likely to potentially be nasty against the pirates this turn. So the Nubian Prince, looking at their last 2 crew, I see a Chain Shot Specialist, and this last one is an oarsman. So nothing too crazy there. So Nubian Prince has Chain Shot Specialist. CSS is the abbreviation I usually use for that, and then an oarsman. So nothing too overwhelming. So the pirates just wanted to do that to make sure they're not getting into a weird situation where there's like a face-down canceller on one of those ships or some defensive crew, things like that. They just want to know as much as possible about the opposition before they start committing some of these forces potentially on this turn. So anyway, so that was kind of a little overview of how these pirate turns start. Usually in games you're used to, it's probably you start giving actions right away, but here it's like I have to do like hours of review to like figure out what happened recently in the game and what I should do, what the faction should start with. And then of course there's 9 AA rolls, 8 with reroll, and then 5 or more spying opportunities every turn that I like to do right at the start. So it gives you an idea of the scope and scale of this campaign game. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'll have more content about CG4. You can check out the battle report link in the description below. Stay tuned for more content, including some battle footage from this Pirate and Barbary Corsair battlefront. Thanks for watching.